पहले आके या इस तरीके की कोई भी चीजें नहीं होती। और कोई सरकार जिसने 90 में से 71 सीटें पाई हो और उसकी
जी
सारी योजनाएं जो है ग्रास रूट पे जा रही थी, जैसा मैं सुन रहा था आपके विद्वानों को कि महिलाओं के
जी
लिए भी, किसानों के लिए भी, युवाओं के लिए भी, सबके लिए उनकी योजना थी और बहुत वो लोकप्रिय थे। तो फिर कैसे जो है 71 सीटों की 90 में से 71 वो सरकार जो है मुंह के बल गिरती है, औंधे मुंह गिरती है, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता। और कोई जादू राजनीति में नहीं होता है। आप जनता जो है बहुत समझदार हो चुकी है, विवेकशील है, आपकी नीयत को जानती है और आपकी योजनाओं के विज्ञापन और आपकी योजनाओं के धरातल पे जो असर है उसके अंतर को जानती है। मूलतः ये बात सही है कि जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का विचार है, गरीब की सहूलियत के लिए काम करना, जिसके लिए मोदी जी काम कर रहे हैं। हमारे यहाँ 13 लाख मकान ऐसे थे बरखा जी, जो केंद्र
जी
से स्वीकृत होके आए, कच्ची मकान, कच्ची छत वालों के मकान, उसको भूपेश बघेल जी ने वापस कर दिया। हम इनके मकान नहीं बनने देंगे, प्रधानमंत्री का नाम है इसमें।
हम्म
और यहाँ पे आयुष्मान की योजना को 2 वर्षों तक लटकाया गया। यहाँ पे 3 वर्षों तक जो कोरोना का राशन आया सारे गरीब परिवारों के लिए, वो सारे के सारे राशन का घोटाला कर दिया गया, सबको बाजार में जाके भेज दिया गया, गरीबों को राशन नहीं दिया गया कोरोना का। तो ऐसी तमाम बातें हैं और इतने घोटाले हुए हैं। ये वास्तव में जो छत्तीसगढ़ की ग्राउंड रियलिटी को जानता है, जनता 3 साल पहले भी उनकी मानसिकता वैसी हो चुकी थी और 6 महीने बाद ही, मतलब 2018 के विधानसभा चुनाव के
आप
बाद 6 महीने बाद जब लोकसभा का चुनाव हुआ था तो एक तरफा हराने का काम कांग्रेस को किया था और वही परिणाम अभी विधानसभा में आया है। इसको थोड़ा सा मुझे ऐसा लगता है,
आपने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात कही कि जादू नहीं होता चुनाव में, जादू नहीं होता, ये
जी
बहुत जरूरी बात है। लेकिन अगर आपको एक फैक्टर आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़े, जैसे एक बड़ा मुद्दा, तो छत्तीसगढ़ में वो क्या था? क्योंकि भूपेश बघेल माने जाते थे कि भाई पॉपुलर है, ऐसे नैरेटिव तो था उनका, तो क्या वो एक मुद्दा था?
देखिए वही कह रहा हूँ ना, एक किस्सा गोई नैरेटिव वाली जो बात है और ग्राउंड रियलिटी दो अलग अलग चीजें हो सकती हैं। एक फैक्टर नहीं है, महिलाओं के अलग इश्यूज थे, महिलाओं को जो परेशानियां थी वो अलग थी, युवाओं की परेशानियां अलग थी, किसानों का हमारे छत्तीसगढ़ में पहली बार रकबा काटा गया था, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ, बारदाने की और खाद की कालाबाजारी नहीं। और हमारे यहाँ तो वो धुर्रा मिट्टी वाला जिसको ये वर्मी कंपोस्ट बोल के बहुत विज्ञापन करते थे, वो वास्तव में धूल मिट्टी मिला हुआ गोबर 10-10 रुपए किलो में जबरदस्ती किसानों को बेचा जाता था। किसान जो है, छोटे किसान बहुत
जी
त्रस्त थे इस सरकार से। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जो काम को देखा 15 सालों में, जहां पे
जी
पूरे छत्तीसगढ़ को निर्माण करने का काम अटल जी ने किया था, तो उसको धरातल पे उसकी इमारत बनाने का काम रमन सरकार ने किया था, उसको भी देखा जनता ने और उसको पुनः याद किया और
आपने
इतना बड़ा आशीर्वाद।
आपने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सपेक्टिव दिया है, हाउ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लोकल इश्यूज एंड sort of brand Modi probably intersect even at the state level. I just want to take final comments now. हमारे पास 10-15 मिनट है। अश्विनी जी, इस पे अगर आपको जोड़ना चाहे, then प्रोफेसर रामनी, then डॉक्टर कपिला। अश्विनी जी को जोड़ना चाहेंगे आप?
देखिए वहां के धरातल की बात अभी हमारे नेता ने किया, लेकिन उसमें देखिए 2-4 बातें और ऐड किया जाएगा। जैसे वहां की जनता के साथ जो छल किया गया, अपने नेताओं के साथ छल किया गया, टी.एस. सिंहदेव साहब के साथ छल किया गया 2.5 साल वाला, वो जनता का क्या होगा जो आदमी अपना नहीं हो सकता है। ये जनता बहुत होशियार है, आप लोगों के माध्यम से, सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से जागरूक जनता है और आज बताया है, तीनों प्रदेश में बताया है। कांग्रेस का मध्य प्रदेश में देखिए जिस तरीके से शिवराज जी की लाडली बहना, लाडली लक्ष्मी और अब लखपति वाली जो योजनाएं हैं, इन योजनाओं ने बहुत काम किया। भूपेश बघेल साहब अपनी हार उसी दिन स्वीकार कर चुके थे जिस दिन पहले फेज का चुनाव बस्तर में हुआ, क्योंकि उनका घोषणा पत्र जारी होने के बाद वो महिलाओं के लिए फिर दूसरी घोषणाएं लेकर आते हैं। तो वो पहले फेज में वो जान चुके थे कि हम चुनाव हार रहे हैं, हमने कुछ किया नहीं है, अब ये करने का समय आ गया। लेकिन वहां की जनता उनसे तेज निकली, उन्होंने कहा कि तुम लालच में नहीं फंसेंगे, हम आपको वोट के माध्यम से अपना परिणाम बताएंगे, इसलिए किनारे किया गया। वही तीनों प्रदेश में वही हुआ। और आपने पिछली बार तेलंगाना का पूछा था, मैं एक बात कहूंगा, तेलंगाना में भारतीय जनता पार्टी गेन कर रही है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कभी नहीं कहा कि हम सरकार बनाने के लिए लड़ रहे हैं। वहां 13% वोट हमारा 18 में था, लगभग 13-14% वोट आप दिखा रही हैं। 20% वोट हमारा 19 में हो गया था। तो वोट हमारा कम नहीं हो रहा है, वोट हमारा बढ़ रहा है। एक सीट से अगर हम 9-10 सीटों की तरफ जा रहे हैं तो सोचिए कि परसेंटेज में कितना ग्रोथ है। और दक्षिण के राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक मजबूत कदम के रूप में वोट परसेंटेज बढ़ाते हुए एंटर कर रही है।
Professor Ramani, I want to ask you, these were three states that the Congress won in 2018 and still lost in the Lok Sabha. Now you are in a situation where you have lost them in the assembly, making it even more difficult for the Lok Sabha. Where do you go back to the drawing board? I don't take away the significance of the Telangana victory, but these three states, to lose them. Rajasthan, chalo, you can argue that's the historical trend, but the other two.
Barkha, you will have to look at a very important factor here. You will know that till the first week of October, the face of Mr. Modi was the guiding factor in both Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan elections. Then suddenly, if you remember, a survey was brought out, which clearly said that Congress is winning both Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. And we suddenly find that the Modi's face goes back and the regional leaders' face come up. So the fact is that, the Modi himself did not believe that his face is going to win the elections in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So he brought Mr. Chavan and Vasundhara Raje ji into the picture there. So the two elections, I'm looking at it differently. In 2018, if you look at it the other way, we won the elections and then BJP won in the Lok Sabha. Maybe the same thing could happen now because the 10 years of Modi's phase has been rejected and only it was Chavan and as well as Vasundhara Raje who was able to win the elections in the end. Second thing.
No, we don't know. We don't know that, sir. We don't know that. I have to disagree with you there.
Just give me a minute, Barkha. So some of the people who have been talking here about the India alliance, and they say that they don't believe in the India alliance. We should agree today that, including UP, if I take, there are something like 390 seats. If you start from Punjab, Delhi, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Karnataka, and Jharkhand, Bihar, and West Bengal, out of which maybe if you take UP away, there are still 320 seats in which BJP may not be able to get more than 20 to 25 seats. And let us not take away that fact. And 130 seats in South is totally ruled out for them now. And Bengal is totally ruled out for them now. Punjab and Delhi, with an alliance between AAP and Congress, it is ruled out for them now. So let's not forget that India alliance is a very, very strong alliance. And the most important thing is the common factor in all the states is Congress. There is no contradiction between.
Okay, I have to interject you because I don't agree with you that in the end it was Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Vasundhara Raje who won Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Yes, Shivraj was the man of the match, agreed. But as Pawan Verma was saying earlier, and maybe Aarti will add to that, Vasundhara Raje's marginalization had no impact on the election. And we're seeing images now come in of the proverbial, the laddu that always comes out in these moments, the Madhya Pradesh BJP leaders banding together to celebrate their victory. Shruti, I'm going to hand it over to you for just a couple of minutes to take us through your very differing perspective. You don't actually believe in the North-South divide. You don't actually believe in the India alliance. So where do you see the shape of politics between now and 2024? Let me just give it to you, to Shruti, for a couple of minutes.
I think I'll just repeat the same thing. Actually, it'd be very difficult for the Congress because actually what you have to give it to the Congress that it actually put up a spirited campaign. It just didn't hand over the victory to the BJP. This was an absolute, like a real campaign by all its leadership. It also played on the formula of Karnataka, where it left kind of state leadership to do stuff. So it hasn't quite worked out. I mean, Telangana is a different story, but it hasn't really worked out. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. What is their identity? Are they going to really actually, especially with what has happened with Owaisi, given that actually the Muslim minority vote is beginning to go back to them as opposed to the local regional party, what is their strategy going to be in, as I said, a place like Uttar Pradesh, where murmurs are saying the same, that actually people are, Muslims are willing to move towards the Congress back. So I think it's really difficult for the Congress. I think the story really now is, as I said, a party state emerging in India with obviously issues in southern India, which is a kind of different kind of frontier and a different kind of politics. But I think the alliance, from my point of view, I think the alliance looks weaker today for all the kind of, putting together of numbers where the BJP will not prevail or will find it difficult in the South. I actually think that, the BJP is going to be feeling quite confident. It's the alliance which is now going to feel quite under pressure, under friction. And above all, what is actually the Congress going to do? Is it actually going to project itself as a national party, or is it going to start sort of thinking about, just again, the make and break, the kind of, putting together people in different states. So I think that's the story. I think it's a tough day for India's opposition, calling Telangana notwithstanding. And I think the regional parties too will now ask for their extra sort of status within the India alliance. They've been pretty much on the back burner in the last 3 months. And those negotiations will tell us what happens. I mean, it just means that does the Congress just become now another regional player? And so how does it kind of create a new national narrative, which is above and beyond the Hindu nationalist narrative or the love and hate narrative, because populism in terms of welfare has been common to both.
आज अभी जो रुझान आ रहे हैं उससे भारतीय जनता पार्टी दोनों प्रदेश में, राजस्थान में और मध्य प्रदेश में प्रचंड बहुमत से जीत रही है, और इसके लिए पूरा जो है श्रेय जाता है हमारे लीडरशिप के साथ साथ हमारे जो कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ साथ जो वहाँ की जनता है जिसने आशीर्वाद दिया, उनको धन्यवाद करना चाहते हैं कि जनता के आशीर्वाद से आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी फिर एक बार प्रचंड बहुमत से जीत रही है। नहीं, कोई उलट पलट नहीं चल रहा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी छत्तीसगढ़ में जीत रही है, अभी भी रुझान में आगे बढ़ी हुई है, और मुझे पूरा उम्मीद है कि 50 से 51 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी लेकर आएगी, और वहाँ जिस तरह से हमारी स्ट्रेटेजी थी वो काम होती हुई दिख रही है, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी वहाँ भी सरकार बनाएगी। ये सवाल जो है अभी इसका कोई रेलेवेंस नहीं है, पार्टी की लीडरशिप डिसाइड करती है। हम और आप इसके बारे में चिंता नहीं करते, पार्टी की लीडरशिप डिसाइड करती है और वही इसकी घोषणा करती है। धन्यवाद।
I think Barkha's not here, Aarti. I mean, why don't you say something, Aarti? I'd love to hear your comments, because I kind of agree with about the north-south divide.
Yeah, no, so, Shruti, I have a little bit of difference of opinion with you as far as the India alliance is concerned.
Okay.
Because, actually, if you look at what has happened today, I would have feared for the future of the alliance if the Congress had won Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh, because I think taken with Telangana, it would have definitely made the Congress more arrogant and, kind of made the Congress feel that it has more leverage, better bargaining power, and it should be the pivot of this India alliance, going into the Lok Sabha elections. However, what the defeat has done is it is bound to humble the Congress. When the Congress now, remember, BRS was not part of the India alliance. BRS was outside it, So it was easy for the Congress to take on the BRS. Now, when the Congress sits down to negotiate seat adjustment with parties like Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, with, RJD and JDU in Bihar, I don't know about Mamata Banerjee, the TMC in West Bengal, I think the Congress is going to have to be much, much humbler, even with Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and Punjab.
I don't disagree with that.
Much humbler.
I don't disagree with that, but this is precisely where the problem is. So you have a national party sitting with a bunch of regional parties, i.e. the Congress. So that's my issue. The issue is that if India will not go bipolar at this rate, and the alliance can now only happen at the cost of the Congress in terms of
that's right.
So,
absolutely,
and that's
absolutely,
not
absolutely. But
that's my for the Congress. Let me just say, my only footnote to this is it is also problematic for the same reason, as I said, with what has happened with BRS, but also with the Oasis Party. So the Congress is able to break through these regional, as it were, fiefdoms and move in. And so therefore, it has an identity crisis. It's not, if you were a canny congressperson, you would actually walk out of the alliance and pitch for 2029 as the real story. I know it won't happen, but because it's about
it cannot happen, Shruti. It cannot happen because 2029 is 5 years away.
No, I get it, but if you look at historically, No,
many
I'm looking at
things
no,
can
I know, but
change in India if the BJP
sure,
comes back for a
I
third
get all
term.
that. I get all that, but I'm
Yeah,
just
so
saying, look at what has
2029 is
happened
too far to look
historically.
ahead.
Look at what has happened historically. Congress has been losing since 1989 to regional forces. To now official, no, I'm sure that's not going to happen, but they are going to stick together.
My
Point is that what we are actually seeing is the emergence of a party state in India, because Congress is now really pushed in a corner. It really
Yes,
is.
but Shruti, please understand that we have moved into a completely different political paradigm with the BJP.
No, I get that. I mean, I share that.
If the BJP comes back to power for a third term,
which it will,
you will see, yes, and it looks like it will, you will see a lot of things changing.
They've already changed, Aarti.
And they will change even further. You could even see a rewriting of the constitution.
But can I come in?
I understand. I get all that.
In which case, the manner in which we conduct elections will change completely.
I
don't think anybody can think ahead, can wait for 2029.
You're back. You're back.
Because I was back for a while. I was listening very riveted to both of you. I've been back for a while. My question to Shruti is somewhat similar to Aarti's, right? Of course, it's at the cost of the Congress, but does the Congress have a choice?
No, well, I don't know. I mean, you see, this is where I don't know. I mean, what is the depth of their stakeholders? What is the depth of their factionalism? What is the, and what is their kind of strategy going to be? I'm not saying this is the end of the alliance. In fact, as you said, they've just called a meeting. They're going to kind of try and work it out. That's, I'm not trying to say that, but I think it poses a real existential threat, is what I'm saying to the Congress. Because you have, as it were, defeated a regional party. You have, also pushed back against Owaisi. These are the big stories, and these are the kinds of contests you're going to face in Uttar Pradesh, in Orissa, in other states. So, your allies are actually they're frenemies.
I think it's back to that friend is, what is it?
No, Barkha, please. And I said this earlier, I will repeat it again. The Congress in Telangana still had roots. Dormant, but it still had roots. In UP, it does not. Its vote share has gone down to 2%. In the last election.
But I'm just saying that you're not going to.
It cannot even take on the Samajwadi Party. Forget about the BJP.
No, but I'm just saying, if you're not going to make the
Samajwadi Party will have to really sink for the Congress to have a revival, and that's
I'm
a
not saying it's a
long
revival,
time away.
but I mean,
Similarly in Bihar.
I just want to make a different point. That, I mean, the point is that yes, they were going to have to start from not just ground zero, but a minus story, because
that's right. Absolutely.
But this is an open moment in India's future of small parties, because the OBC parties in India are saturated. They are going through, as it were, a generational shift. We don't know how that is going, which is why the BJP has moved so aggressively into the OBC world, but also into the Dalit world. So the Congress you cannot now play by what happened in 1990. Even the BJP is not playing by what happened in 1990. So I think it's I think it's a real problem for the Congress. It's of course the way Aarti is positioning it, that yes, there's an ideological fight and everyone must come together against Hindutva. At one level, yes, that is exactly what the alliance has done. But at a deeper level, in terms of political fortunes of each parties, it poses real existential questions.
And I think they must make note of. Sorry, I just want to say Manu made the point that if Kamalnath hadn't played that kind of Hinduized campaign, the results may have been even worse, he thinks. So that's just something to think about. I think, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you short. I just want to play out Smriti Irani, and we'll take concluding comments from all of you after that. This is Smriti Irani reacting to the results, and then we'll also play Piyush Goyal. Yes, let's take Smriti Irani.
एक मिनट ऊपर नीचे करिए
आराम से
एक मिनट नीचे करिए यहाँ पर एक मिनट भाई ऊपर कोई नहीं करेगा मत लगाओ भाई भाई यार ऊपर नहीं यार बिल्कुल ऊपर नहीं मोहन भाई
पानी जी आ गया
बराबर में रखो यार नीचे रखना यार
एक सेकंड ले आइए पकड़ लें संजय
पकड़ लेते
लाइए Everybody's here? आराम से मैं यहीं आराम से रेडी। हाँ जी
मैम 3 राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी बड़े मार्जिन से जीत रही है। तेलंगाना जरूर आप जो है लूज कर गए, क्या कहेंगे आप?
मैं इतना ही कहूँगी कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी में नरेंद्र मोदी का मैजिक और विशेषता जनता के मध्य में मोदी की गारंटी रंग लाई है। मैं विशेष आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ उन नागरिकों का जिन्होंने कांग्रेस के पर्सनल अटैक्स का मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया है। मैं अनुग्रहित हूँ हर उस नागरिक का जिसने विकास की गारंटी, मोदी की गारंटी पर अपना भरोसा जताया है। नरेंद्र मोदी ने विषम परिस्थितियों में इस देश का नेतृत्व किया और आज का ये रिजल्ट इस बात का संकेत है कि न सिर्फ मोदी की गारंटी पर भरोसा है, मोदी के नेतृत्व पर भरोसा है, बल्कि अमृतकाल का जो नरेंद्र मोदी का संकल्प है, विकसित भारत को बनाने के संकल्प पर भी जनता ने आज मुहर लगाई है।
मैम ईवीएम पे विपक्ष सवाल कर रही है। ईवीएम पर
विपक्ष को ईवीएम पर सवाल करने की बजाय राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका वाड्रा की घटिया राजनीति पर सवाल करना चाहिए। उन्होंने कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी थी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी पर पर्सनल और बहुत ही निंदनीय अटैक करने की। आज का ये परिणाम अगर मैं अंग्रेजी में कहूँ तो गांधी खानदान की जुवेनाइल पॉलिटिक्स के लिए डेथ नेल है।
चलिए इधर
Okay, strong statements there. I just want to hear also Piyush Goyal. I'm not sure if he's ready, but let me recap what Smriti just said there. Death knell for the juvenile politics of the Gandhis, Priyanka और Rahul की घटिया राजनीति की defeat है. Before there are concluding comments to that, also let's listen to Minister Piyush Goyal.
ने देश के लोगों ने बड़े समझदारी के साथ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व पर अपना विश्वास जताया है। फिर एक बार देश के लोगों ने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की गारंटी को ही एक ऐसी गारंटी माना जिस पे वो विश्वास कर सकते हैं। जो अवश्य होगा, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, ये बात आज देश के हर युवा में, हर किसान में, हर महिला में, हर गरीब में ये बात लोगों के जहन में आ गई है। मोदी है तो मुमकिन है। मोदी की गारंटी यानी जो गारंटी मोदी जी दें वो गारंटीड होगा, ये बात फिर एक बार कायम हुई है। मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को बधाई देना चाहता हूँ इस ऐतिहासिक विजय के लिए। स्पष्ट रूप से देश में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का जो लोगों के प्रति सहनशीलता से, बहुत संवेदनशीलता से और पूरे ईमानदारी से सेवा करने का पिछले 9.5 वर्ष का कार्य रहा है, उसके प्रति फिर एक बार जनता ने अपनी मोहर लगाई है। और ऐसी ऐतिहासिक रिजल्ट के बाद मैं समझता हूँ लोकसभा के चुनाव में भी भारत की जनता 2/3 बहुमत से ज़्यादा एनडीए को देने जा रही है। और मेरा विश्वास है भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में पिछली बार से भी अधिक सीटें लेके फिर एक बार एक निर्णायक, एक ईमानदार, सुशासन देने वाली, गरीब कल्याण को और सेवा को अपनी प्राथमिकता मानने वाली प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के 5 प्रण को इस अमृत काल में लागू करके देश को एक विकसित देश, एक समृद्ध देश बनाने वाली सरकार भारत में आने जा रही है।
पीयूष जी, सुबह में कांग्रेस पार्टी जश्न मना रही थी, अभी फिलहाल वो ईवीएम को ब्लेम कर रहे हैं।
देखिए, चुनाव में हार जीत होती है। अगर हारे हैं तो मैं समझता हूं कि कांग्रेस में इतनी समझदारी होती तो एक इज्जत से इस हार को वो स्वीकार करते और शायद लोगों में थोड़ी बहुत सहानुभूति उनको मिल भी जाती। लेकिन एक बैड लूजर की तरह जब वो ईवीएम को आज ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, वो ईवीएम का अपमान नहीं है, वो भारत का अपमान है। भारत की जो इलेक्शन प्रोसेस है, जो कार्य प्रणाली है चुनाव की, भारत की जो लोकतांत्रिक शक्तियां हैं, जो भारत की आज विश्व भर में प्रसिद्धि है, जो आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के प्रति पूरे विश्व की आशाएं टिकी हुई हैं, उनका विश्वास है विश्व का कि मोदी जी विश्व की समस्याओं का समाधान करेंगे। भारत आगे चल के विश्व की अर्थव्यवस्था को और मजबूत बनाएगा। ये जो विश्व का विश्वास प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जीता है, जो उनके कार्यशैली से, उनके काम से आज विश्व में बना है, उसका अपमान करने।
Well, okay. Piyush Goyal, they're already talking about 2024. Laddus being distributed among BJP leaders in Madhya Pradesh. Let's play those pictures as we take concluding comments. Professor Ramani, you are from the Congress. There's a former colleague of yours, Jyotiraditya Scindia. This has been the big story. The Shivraj Singh Chauhan led win, even though he was not officially declared the leader. Where do you win? Does the Congress need more alliances or fewer alliances? Like, do you decide we're going to build ourselves however many decades it takes, not at the cost of, allying with regional parties, or do you think you need alliances? Professor Ramani, can you hear me?
See,
I can't hear you.
again,
Yeah, there you are.
I'm really sorry to hear the words Ghatiya politics, because I did not want to get into that Ghatiya politics. The world knows, the country knows, the people know that Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah are the people in this country who are known for Ghatiya politics. Because it is not only the BJP, it is along with them, they have the income tax, they have the ED, they have the CBI, and they have everybody doing Ghatiya politics. Otherwise, if it is not Ghatiya politics, I wouldn't have heard the raids by ED and the son of Ashok Gehlot and the president of Rajasthan on Baghel just 2 months before the election. So let us not talk about Ghatiya politics.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it further also. The Ghatiya politics of dividing these people into two. The Hindutva politics of Ghatiya politics of Modi is well known. So I don't want to comment on that.
Okay,
I would like to come back to some positive aspects. Now,
yes,
what I have a lot of respect for Madam Gerard, and when she said that, the Congress has not lost, but okay, it is pushed to the background slightly. If you look at the vote differences, percentage differences in both Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, it's just about 3%.
Yeah, we can bring up the vote share. We can bring up the vote share slides, Professor Ramani, but that's the point, that to not be able to convert these into seats, that is exactly the point that is being made, that why does the Congress fail to convert its vote share into seats?
That is precisely what we are going to go back to the drawing board and play. Why just 3% votes was the difference between us, and why we lost and why they won. Now, if we can take this into cognizance, the various factors which has resulted in that, the difference is not much. The difference is 3% can be overcome in about 6 months by proper strategy.
I mean, in Madhya Pradesh, it's 9. In Madhya Pradesh, it's 9%. In Rajasthan, it's about 4%. So that's the point, I think, Manu. Before I take closing comments from
Madhya Pradesh is definitely a concern. I agree with you.
Yes,
But
Rajasthan is
Rajasthan,
close. I was going to say, yeah, Rajasthan. Can we just switch to Rajasthan? Sorry, I was just going to say, we've been saying that Gehlot and the Congress in Rajasthan fought harder and better than the Congress in Madhya Pradesh. Can we go to Rajasthan for just a second to see? Can I have the Rajasthan slide?
I don't think
One
so.
second, sir. I need my producer to put the Rajasthan slide on. Please, I need those slides to rotate. Professor Ramani, if you can complete your point. I'm saying vote share is no solace in a first past the post system, right? It's not a solace. You have to convert into seats.
I agree. But first past the post system is different. When I say that, the vote